Hello everyone, welcome to the first video for Jamie Berger Academic Coaching. I am Jamie Berger, as is probably apparent, and I thought this would be a good day to make my first video. It is Sunday, March 17th, and the words academic coach have been in the news for a lot of bad reasons this week. All of you know about the scandal of people with the most advantage in the world in getting their kids into college choosing to cheat and bribe to get their kids in. And often the people accused of helping them do this, who did help them do this in all likelihood, are academic coaches. Well, I'm not one of them, and I think most academic coaches aren't. And I thought I'd tell you a little bit about what I do and what I don't do in this work. Until a few years ago, I would have called myself a tutor. And about 6 years ago, I started working as an academic coach at Northfield Mount Hermon Prep School in Western Massachusetts, where I live. And a lot of what the work entails beyond what we do, which is tutoring. I'm an English teacher by trade. And I'm really quite I will help students with anything reading and writing related. When they come in with science and math, I really tell them that they could teach me a lot more than I can teach them, and sometimes they will teach me as a way of learning themselves. But what I do generally is I help students in high school ages, mostly some middle school, with any sorts of reading, writing related work, with SAT and ACT test prep work, with AP English test prep work. I used to be a scorer of the AP composition exam for many years. And I started doing this work back when I was a senior at Columbia in 1986. I began working with this upstart new company called the Princeton Review that was different from what any other test prep company had done before, in that they were working to undermine the test. John Katzman and I can't think of the other fellow's name right now, the two people who started the company, aside from wanting to be, I assume, successful and rich, or at least successful in the test prep business, they believed, and I think probably still do believe, that the SAT was a bad test. And over the years, they have had a lot of success in, while not quite getting rid of standardized tests at all, changing them for the better. The test used to be much more vocabulary based and much more biased against certain people in our society. Outside of there would be questions that tested vocabulary knowledge that was stuff that inner city people would not know. Grain is to silo as was a type of analogy question. And now analogy questions have been eliminated altogether. So the fact that some students have never seen or heard of a silo for grain has become irrelevant. That said, the tests are a problem, and we'll get into that in another episode of this exciting series. But for now, I wanted to say that I do help people improve on those tests. I help people with any of their reading, writing, improving as writers. I help people select colleges. I help people with the common application essay. Sometimes we will spend months slowly developing 3 essays and then choosing one. And what makes academic coaching slightly different than everything that I was just saying is that everything I just mentioned was tutoring, pretty much. And why academic coaching is a good thing that is suddenly getting a bad name is that our goal, or my goal, is not only to help the student get the good score, get the good grade, get into the college, but to develop habits and a mindset and figure out reasons why they're setting the goals they're setting, what they want to achieve, where they want to go to school, why they want to go there, not just because something has always told them they're supposed to, and prepare them to go off to college and succeed. One of the worst things of this whole cheating scandal for me is that we're living in a society that's already legitimizing the ends justifying the means, that anything you can take to succeed is fine if it gets you to success. I don't believe that. I don't think you believe that. But more and more high school students come to me and with these ethical questions that should be self-explanatory, of things you just don't do, that no longer are self-explanatory. And if a student uses unethical means to get to college, it's a slippery slope. And if you cheat to get in and you're not really ready to do the work, you're going to have to cheat to get out of college. And then you're going to have to cheat at your job. So I feel like part of the calling of this work is to help people establish ways to succeed based on good habits and hard work. So with that in mind, and if you want to know more details about what we do or what I do besides just tutoring, you'll see somewhere on the page here, I don't have the YouTube format in front of me, the web address for Jamie Berger Academic Coach. And in the next few weeks, I'm going to start putting up more videos, one about meritocracy and misconceptions we have about that in America, and what merit is. But more practically, I'm going to start giving little lessons based on 2 books, little teaser lessons that will help students. This weathered, well-used copy of the official guide to the SAT is one of the books I'm going to use, the 2018 edition. So there will be episodes in which I guide you through how I approach a reading comprehension and a writing segment, part of one. So about 15-minute little free lessons in that. How I approach it. When I started working with Princeton Review, we were just developing these techniques. And over the years, I taught for them, I trained teachers, and I wrote some of the very first SAT manuals for Princeton Review. So I've been doing this for a long time. The other book is the official guide to the ACT, 2018-2019 edition. So if you're interested in preparing for either of those tests, I heartily recommend those books over any others because they are official guides. They contain real tests. Any test prep company, be it Kaplan, Princeton Review, Barron's, they do the best they can, but they can't replicate the real tests, and you should be practicing real tests as much as possible. So, thank you for joining me for video 1. Take a look at jamiebergeracademiccoach.com. Please drop me a line with any questions about working with me or about working by yourself without me. And good luck. Thanks.